Howdy, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the whole world from the left, right? Now you have the World Economic Forum. They're kind of a powerful body. It's kind of this globalization thing, right? They think that they have to think for us because we're too stupid to think. And now they're saying, hey, we are calling on the end of private car ownership in the name of saving the world from climate change by reducing the need for green tech resources. Oh, have they turned their cars in yet, do you think? I doubt it. Come on, people. I mean, they want to end private car ownership. They need a clean energy revolution, and we need it now. I don't know. What can you say? It's almost like there are no words. I got some words. It's just ridiculous. The top of the list for solutions they think is that. There's a lot of solutions needed. The thing that should be at the top of the list is to get rid of these people who are thinking and talking like this. They're dangerous. Other issues in Michigan. Michigan. I mean, here you have a news channel. This is remarkable. I mean, they're all ready to go. It's kind of like the Trump thing, right? He wasn't even sworn in as president yet, and they were already, the group of crazies, they're already getting ready for his impeachment, right? And this is kind of what's happened here in Michigan. I mean, along the same lines at least. Channel 3 published the results of a Republican primary election, and the bad people won. Okay, and Trump hater Peter somebody, Major, he won his race too. Everybody was winning except the good guys, good being on the right. We had all the people deep in the swamp winning, but here's the rub on this thing. The actual election isn't until next week. How do they do that? I mean, they called the numbers, and the primary is on August 2nd, and they did this calling of everything like a week before. So they were all ready to go. Somebody just pressed the wrong button. I mean, that's the left. That's how ready they are to do lies and cheat. They do it. And then I have people saying, they couldn't have cheated in the election a couple of years ago. Of course they did. That's what they do. Does that mean people on the right are all sweet and innocent? Of course not. People cheat, do bad things from wherever they are politically, but I kind of think the majority of them are on the left. I mean, this is outrageous, really. News Channel 3, I mean, look it up. I mean, how do you do that? You're all ready to go. The results absolutely do not matter. Or maybe they're so warped up here that they thought that they could control the numbers to say what they're saying in a week in advance. Would kind of appear that way. Now, in Michigan still, you got more crazy going on. This is a shock. Y'all got to sit down for this because it'll really surprise you. You have a school employee who promotes the gay lifestyle training for kids in school has now been arrested for being a pedophile, right? What a shock that is. I mean, he goes to school, he says everybody should learn about gayism. That's a word. I mean, he and two other men were actually arrested. This particular guy, the teacher, he's 41 years old, Eric Rockman, and he works at Mount Pleasant Public School System, and he came to one meeting prior to kind of being outed as a bad person, right, with regards to being a pedophile. He said this: my name is Eric Rockman. I'm a resident county taxpayer, vaccinated and functioning graduated of this high school class of 1999, proud member of the homosexual community and an employee of Mount Pleasant's public schools. That was his way to introduce himself to the parents and everyone that were at this meeting, right? But then he went on to say, he mocked parents, really. He says, your words, your wishes, your values, kids learn on their own. So your words, your wishes, your values, they have no place in my school. And I will teach them. He wants to teach so he has more people to go out and abuse. This is crazy. School is kind of like about arithmetic and history and stuff like that. It shouldn't be about this stuff. Canada's Liberals, now, they want to ban handguns. Of course they do. We don't know why. I mean, the people that have handguns don't do anything bad. Actually, that's not true. They should ban handguns. They should ban handguns from criminals. That's a good idea. It's already there. It's already on the books. Really? I mean, but, in 1975, the radical left in California did the same thing. They were going to ban all handguns. They're working their way towards that again now. The good news is in America, there's a Constitution. And it protects us from them. Whereas in Canada, there is no constitution. There's a document that says it tricks people into thinking that they have something that's called a charter. You're kidding me, right? Because on several pages it says, if we agree with you, more or less, right? So you have a constitutional thing, if we think it's right. Who's we? That would be the Liberals that are in power. But back to this, the Liberals want to ban handguns. I mean, the bill generated strong support from elected officials in the mainstream media, but people don't want it. Nobody wants this because it's craziness. California, they won. The good guys won, and handguns were never banned. And will it happen in Canada? We can only hope. Free market capitalism and socialism and communism interpretations dominate intellectuals and academics' visions, which mostly are conflicting visions of political and economic freedom. There's a trend amongst young people, particularly, to go to the left. That's because all of these crazy people are telling them that that's a good place to be. Everybody, talk to them, because it's a bad place to be. I mean, politically, right is right and left is wrong. And bullies, we don't like bullies. That would be the people from the left. Just sharing with you. Okay, lastly, you got one final thing talking about leftism and crazyism. You got California on the liberal coast, right, on the left coast. And going away up north, you have British Columbia, which is, working hard to be like California or even be better than them, surpass them. Recently, because of course the British Columbia government, they honestly believe that the people are too stupid to look after themselves, so we're going to do it for you. And so recently they've introduced a 3-day home buyer protection period aimed at preventing high pressure sales. Okay, so for 3 days after you go into a deal, it's kind of like California. You can no longer buy anything there. There's a cool-off period, then there's this, and then there's that. And anyway, that's what BC is doing now. So it's wrong. It's totally wrong. It's a terrible policy, and the real estate boards and everyone's against it, and so your deposit now is even limited. I'll just share a fast story with you. I looked at a property a few years ago in California, and I lost my head for a minute because I was thinking that it was a free place. And there was a condo I was trying to buy. I owned some other property on the street, and I wanted to buy this one. They wanted $445,000. So I had the two realtors in the room, the buyer's agent, the seller's agent, and I said, I'll give you $420,000 cash, close tomorrow. And I was really trying to motivate everybody, right? And they were scared to death. The two realtors jumped back and said, what are you doing? You can't do that. There's a 7-day waiting period and blah, 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 cooling off, and we can't take advantage of you. And I said, well, look at me. I mean, I ain't that bright, but take advantage of me. I want to do this. They wouldn't let me do it. So then I said, okay, silly people, I'll give you $100,000 deposit and the same price, $440 or $430, whatever I offered. And you can't. In California, you can only offer, I think it was 3% of the offer price. It has to be your deposit. I said, so I'm offering you $100,000 and I've got to give you $13,000. They said, yeah, that's right. You do hear what you're saying. And they said, yeah, but it's California, British Columbia, welcome. There's my vent for the day. Y'all come back. We'll have more for you tomorrow from the right. Oh, left hand, from the right. Kind of right when you're looking. See ya.